All right. Hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. All right. Double honors to the apostles, elders of great millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, who are pushing the work in truth and in sincerity, bringing forth the testimony of our Lord Yahweh Shai. That testimony is the spirit of prophecy. All right. Prophecy meaning to say before. All right. Prophecy is the most important topic. Okay. All right. If you ain't prophesying, then the spirit of the Lord is not dealing with you. Okay. And we know that for sure. All right. And, the name of this lesson is why aren't you Israelites talking about this? All right. And what I mean in particular, okay, of course, Trump just passed something into law, okay, which is dealing with digital payment systems. I know the elders did lessons on it. Elder Yashwamba did a beautiful lesson on it the other day. All right. Just going into the agenda of the so-called white man. All right. And you got to know, the agenda of your enemy. Okay. Which is mainly important. Okay. But what you see with, of course, Israelites, their attention is elsewhere rather than the focal point, the main thing that they're supposed to be focused on. All right. And we're called to be prudent in these times. We're called to be vigilant. And the scriptures talk about being circumspect. All right. Especially in these times. Okay. Where you see the so-called white man, he's making, he's making moves. All right. And these, moves for desperation, moves that are definitely going to change the trajectory of society. All right. And we're talking about, these are massive moves. These are, and important things that they're doing, and I didn't want to do it, but I did it anyway. I'm doing it anyway. So I'll just look up these groups and I just want to see what they're talking about. All right. Okay. There's many topics to go over in the scriptures. There's many topics to cover, but being that we are at the end, we are at the end. Let me do this. Lord willing, you can hear me. We are at the end. There's more important topics. All right, that we're supposed to be focusing on, and those topics are definitely the dealing with the last few prophecies. In the Bible that we're looking for, of course, is what I mean by few. I mean at least three major prophecies. All right, you got civil unrest and the complete downturn in society, which we're seeing manifest right in front of us. And then you have the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast. All right. Well, I should say it like this, Jacob's trouble. All right. The MOTB. Okay. And World War III. All right. Which are the main things that, Jacob is supposed to be preparing themselves and, looking out for. So I just wanted to, kind of do a search. I didn't want to do it, but I'm doing it anyway. All right. Okay. So what is Jake talking about? All right. We understand that, there's a multitude of topics to talk about. And that's why, we kind of have to do this thing daily. We have to, but the main topics, the main prophecies are supposed to be the most centered talking points in Israel. But we see, that ain't the case, especially with, certain groups, major groups, big groups who are supposed to be teaching about the things that's coming. A lot of these groups, they simply they separate themselves because maybe envy, maybe strife. All right, and they don't want to be seen saying the same thing we're saying. Okay, like this is a competition, and it's not. Okay, we are sent to prophesy. Okay. And the scriptures clearly go into that, you know. So, why can't some understand the Bible? Well, the scriptures tell you, which I'm sure he's probably covering, but uh, that's old. But what I'm truly trying to look for is, the main thing, the destruction of America, the MOTB systems or the B system. And you really won't find that amongst these groups. All right. Okay. So let's see here. Yeah, like I thought. All right. So I know Jake is, kind of distracted with a lot of the controversy that goes on too, you know. All right. I just want to see something. That's all. All right. A lot of this is old. So, all right. You know what? Let's just get into my lesson, man. We know for sure Jake ain't talking. This ain't, one of Jake's talking points is not dealing with prophecy. Jake is not dealing with prophecy. All right. And that's clear. It's evident. These times that we're in now, as one of the elders would put, the last seconds. All right, in these end times, man, we're close. All right, and we even more close. We're a step closer with what just took place in office right now with Donald J. Trump. Okay. White House declares paper checks obsolete as U.S. Treasury shifts to digital to cut costs and enhance security. Right. So that's a heavy topic, and I know some elders have covered it already. Went into very edifying lessons, pointing out the things that Esau is doing. All right, and what we're supposed to be preparing ourselves for. Okay. So this is 2 Ezra 16. All right, just to show you the mindset or what the scriptures tell us to do. All right. 16:37 it says, "Behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack." All right. So these things are coming. All right, and they're not gonna. It's going to. How can I say this? It's not going to take no time for these things to start coming. All right, one after another. Okay, and through the Spirit, we're waiting on something big to happen. All right, and it's big things that happen. We just had the earthquake. I think it was 7.7. All right, and you got the what so-called Negroes coming back. All right, from overseas, and then as they coming back, all right, they're getting interrogated at the airports. All right, because guess what? They're finna lock down. Okay, and now they're doing this. They're inconveniencing people. All right, that's coming from overseas back into the country for the purpose of setting up digital base or digital ID systems. All right, okay. So a lot of what we're about to see, and they're about to literally, and we're seeing literally them setting up the digitization of this country. All right, forwarding us into that beast system. All right, behold, the plagues are nigh. The plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Okay, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. All right, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. Excuse me, it says, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. This is what we've been warned. All right. And for the most part, you got Israelites who are not preparing themselves, or who are not even considering the fact that these things are coming. And the Lord is about to upset a lot of people, and he's already doing it. Okay. He's already doing it. Okay. It says, oh, my people, hear my word. All right. Make you ready to thy battle. All right. And we've been constantly warned, and we've constantly through the Spirit. All right. And the Spirit has to be on you for you to be able to discern the times that we're going into. Because you could be blinded, which most of our people are blinded to the reality in which the society is being shaped. And mainly because society is headed into this draconian or authoritarian state, okay, where everything is going to be a rule and everything is going to be a crime, okay. So, oh, my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon earth. And we're told to be what? To be pilgrims, because what? This is not our rest. And the scriptures go into that. How this place is not our rest. And we're not supposed to have the mindset of this place being our rest. We're not even supposed to be at ease. Okay. And if you're an elect, all right, and you truly believe and you truly in the truth, man, you're not at rest. You're constantly complaining. And that's the spirit that you're supposed to have. All right. You're supposed to be worn out. Okay. All right. Because we're looking for salvation. So the scriptures tell us to be as pilgrims. Here it says a person traveling. All right. The word pilgrim in the Edom online. All right. Or Edom online. All right. And it says here a person traveling to a holy place. And we are as a penance. All right. Or to discharge some vow or religious obligation, or seeking some miracle or spiritual benefit. This is what we're seeking. And we need a miracle. All right. We need a miracle because, you know, Israelites, they like to take the so-called white man as some type of joke. All right. And it's no joke. He's a true enemy, and he's about to show himself to be such. Okay. All right. And he is between us and our kingdom, and he's not letting his place go. All right. He's going to fight tooth and nail for his position in the earth to remain at the very top. All right. And we're seeing that by how they're positioning themselves in the world with the different policies they're setting up. All right. The rhetoric. All right. Okay. Especially here in America, they're showing you. Okay. That guy Matt Walsh. All right. Which he speaks for a lot of people. Okay. He speaks for a lot of Edomites. They're not sorry for slavery. They're not sorry for their ill nature towards you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They're doubling down. All right. So they don't give a damn about your future. All right. They only care for their future. All right. So this is the mindset that we're supposed to have: a traveler, generally, a wayfarer, pilgrim, crusader, foreigner, stranger. And we're strangers. All right. In a foreign country, so to speak. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Okay. So you, at any moment's notice, you're supposed to be willing to pick up and go at any moment's notice. Okay. That's the mindset. Why? Because we have a battle. All right. We're at war spiritually. Okay. So I want to read a little bit of this article, kind of get into this, and I'm trying not to be long. It shouldn't be long. All right. Which, brothers, you know what time it is. All right. This is, we're supposed to be screaming this. Every Israelite supposed to be screaming this out. We're supposed to be, crying out, because this is essentially, Esau, Edom, trying to take us away from our Maker. This is, the foundation of his beast system. Okay, which is a digital system. So they're getting rid of what? Paper checks. Okay. Okay, and they're going to forward you into this digital system, these digital systems that they got. Okay, and soon this is going to be a mandatory thing. Okay, so it says, in an effort to advance the United States into the digital age. All right, the White House has announced a presidential executive order requiring all federal disbursements and receipts to be processed electronically, as reported yesterday. The decision marks a shift away from paper-based checks and money orders that have long been associated with higher risk of fraud, loss, and inefficiency. All right, and this is the excuse. They're going to yell security, security, security. All right, and you might see more fraud. You might see more loss. This might be true. All right, but it's nothing but a ruse to guide you into and to gradually get you to accept this thing, man. So people are going to be with it. They're going to be very, or I should say, easily accepting this thing that they're pushing, man. All right, okay. And so a lot of Israelites essentially don't have their focus on what their enemy is truly doing. All right, that his nefarious intent behind this, because we're telling you it is. Okay, and he's going to present it like the new thing, like the best thing going. All right, this shit, which is going to be the only thing going, phasing everything out. All right, or phasing everything into, or bringing everything into a digital system. All right, it says the move towards electronic payments is aimed at reducing costs and bolstering security for transactions involving what is essentially America's bank account, the United States General Fund. Excuse me. All right. And I know the elder mentioned that often the online authentication. I'm not sure. I forget exactly the two-way authentication. So it's certain ways you can authenticate yourself online. All right, that's by your phone number, email, and so on and so forth. All right, and of course that's becoming the norm. All right, um, especially if you're dealing with like the IRS or anything like that. You got to verify yourself online. All right, and that's digitally. Okay, so it's very evident, or very clear, where Esau is taking society, man. And we told you. So when these systems come into play, and you see droves of Israelites lining up to fall right into the hands of the so-called white man, all right, we truly understand that it's the Lord's doing. Okay, it says the necessity for change, as highlighted by the White House, arises from the clear fact that Treasury checks have been 16 times more likely to encounter problems such as being reported lost or stolen, returned undelivered, deliverable, or altered when compared to electronic funds transfer, EFT. All right. In addition to minimizing risk, all right, this change addresses the increasing financial burden on American taxpayers, who, as of fiscal year 2024, shouldered more than $657 million in costs maintaining the old system. So they're saying is the old system is inefficient and it's costing way too much. All right, and as we notice, they're trying to drive down the cost on a lot of things. That's why they're cutting a lot of things. All right, it says this transition aims to improve operational efficiency while strengthening defenses against financial misconduct, which has become more prevalent in an era still dealing with the lasting effects of mail theft from the COVID-19 pandemic, the C-19. All right, the executive order published by the White House outlines that the shift to electronic payments will comply with applicable law, stressing that this move toward digitization is not a precursor to the creation of a central bank digital currency. Now, why would they need to tell us that? All right, this definitely, it's like this devil is dumb. All right. So this says it's stressing that this move toward digitization is not a precursor to the creation of a central bank digital currency. Yeah, right. Just like Trump said he was going to ban CBDCs, but now he's talking about digital currencies. When you talk about digital currencies, right? You're talking about CBDCs. All right, it's in the same realm, or the same, man. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, it wasn't even that long of an article. It says amid this significant change, some are concerned about the challenges faced by individuals less familiar with digital payment systems, particularly among older generations who have traditionally relied on conventional banking methods. However, the mandate reflects a firm federal belief that the era of paper-based payments is ending, all right, with a digital shift offering a more secure, cost-effective, and efficient way to handle the nation's financial transactions. With this move, the U.S. aligns with other countries at the forefront of the transition toward an increasingly cashless society. So we've been told you, and the scriptures tell you that this essentially it points to a globalization. All right. So, other countries like China, Japan, I think Japan is full on digital. All right. But this is it is a precursor to the CBDCs. All right. Why wouldn't it be? It's too damn convenient. Okay. And ultimately, we know that they want to bring in the RFID chip, which is essentially going to, seal or capstone their enterprise. Okay, because anybody outside that system, the system that they're creating, as the scripture saying, you're not going to be able to buy or sell. So why isn't Israelites talking about this? All right, this is monumental. Okay, and it's progressing us along the path of this prophecy. Okay, and we know that the time is short. We know that it ain't much more time. We're talking about 2025. They're mandating digital payment systems, and next thing you know it, all we gotta see is a major crisis, and for them to pretty much gridlock the system. They're giving people hell at the airports. Why? Because ultimately they want to bring in a digital ID, right? And we've seen what they want to do with that. I know the elder Yashawama did a video on it, or he had it in one of his videos that the technology at the airport, they can scan you and they can pick up, show you your whole itinerary. And you're the only one that'll be able to see it. All right, they can tell you what plane you're boarding and all of that just by you walking in. You ain't, and this is what they got set up for this whole future world. All right. But the whole point of it is that we're extremely freaking close, man. Extremely close. And you Israelites are just, man, ain't nobody talking about it but us. All right. You might have some, you know, some groups here and there. All right. But it surely ain't the biggest groups, which are supposed to be IUIC, ISUPK. All right. They're supposed to be talking about these things, but their standpoint on the reason why they don't is, of course, because they're 501c3 chartered. All right. Which means they can't talk about government policies. All right. And let me tell you, the scriptures, that conflicts with the scriptures, how Esau is moving in this society. All right. So it's a conflict of interest. And you groups, you can't say nothing about it. Why? Because you'll get your tax exemption, or you won't be able to be tax exempt anymore. Okay. And at the first, really, you ain't supposed to be in no league with the government. All right. Okay. Yahweh Shai wasn't. All right. He spoke against the powers that be. That's why he was in such, that's why he got persecuted. All right. So Matthew 16:3, it says, all right, it says, and in the morning, hold on, let me jump up a little bit. Slacking. Pharisees test Yahweh Shai, which they always did. All right. Okay. Matthew 16:1, it says the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting desired him that he would shew them a sign from heaven. All right. He answered and said unto them, right. And it's the same generation. We're dealing with the same generation. They want to see the signs. All right. Okay. And which those signs are very clear as day. All right. And for Yahweh Shai, it was the miracles. All right. Well, what did they do? They called him a devil. All right. Okay. And we, much like him, all we're doing is through the spirit, we're giving you the truth, right? And that's the sign, all right, this truth. Okay. Scripture talk about it being like I forget how to put it. All right. Living water, some to the extent of that, Salaki. I don't know why I can't remember it right now, but the sign for now is that the truth is coming out. All right. And it's abundant. All right. To say the least. Okay. And what are they doing? All right. They're bucking up against it. Okay. So I move on. It says, Matthew 16:2, it says, he answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? Right. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left them and departed. All right. Because Jonas was in the mouth of the well, all right, 3 days. And what Yahweh Shai, okay, was in that cave 3 days. All right. All right. That was the sign. Okay. So they're hypocrites. What? Because what? They can discern the face of the sky, but they cannot discern the times that we live in. And that's you Israelites. You can't discern. All right. Why? Ultimately, Jeremiah 4:22, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, meaning stupid. Okay. And for the most part, that's Israel for you. They're dumb. Because the scriptures say the children of light, or this world, is wiser than the children of light. So you got Edomites, which are the children of this world, right, who understand what's happening on a grand scale. All right. But you Israelites, you ain't got a damn clue, right? You worried about vacationing. It's getting warm outside. And a lot of you are going to be taken, all right, and by this mass deception that's going on, okay? Because they're presenting it, they're going to present this beast system like a miracle, all right? And a lot of you are going to be, because you for this place continuing, it's going to be convenient for you, so you're going to go right with what Esau, the wiles of the devil, man, the trickery, all right? And the scriptures say, for we are not ignorant, all right, of Satan's devices, right? You're not supposed to be ignorant, all right, of Satan's devices, all right? Let me see. Oops. Goodness gracious. Here, you know what? I'll just look it up. Let me see. No. Of his devices, yeah. Oh, yeah. 2 Corinthians 2:11, it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. Well, it seems like Satan has an advantage over most of you Israelites, okay? And we're talking about you big camps, all right? Especially you computer warriors, right? Those that don't believe in the camps and all of that crap, they think the camps are the worst thing and for Israel, all right? It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, okay? Because what is his devices? Essentially, his plans, all right? All right. It says, i.e., purpose. You see? So we're not ignorant of Satan's purpose. What is his purpose? It's mass deception, ultimately to enslave you. All right. Okay. And they're going to do it by what? This digital system that they're setting up, this beast system. Okay. You know, it says, or by implication, the intellect, disposition is itself, device, mind, thought. So what is his thoughts? Ultimately, to enslave you by giving you via the RFID chip. All right. That's his ultimate goal. And here it is, Jake. Understand that the Esau Edom is the enemy, but let IUIC or ISUPK tell it, they're not the enemy. All right. God hates the white man, right? Okay. But this man is your enemy. And we're talking about what do you say the word nemesis, okay? A perpetual nemesis, all right? And Esau has it out for you tribes, okay? All right. So this devil is setting up, he's setting you up to take your crown, okay? So going back, all right, and this is the word sadish. It says here, sakal, all right, Hebrew word for sadish, sakal, which means fool, foolish, sadish, all right. It says here, silly. Yeah, and our people, the majority of our people are silly, okay? And they're going to get caught up, right? Play the fool. I pity the fool, right? And then and most of our people, this is them. They foolish. Why? Because they didn't see this devil lining up to take them out. All right. Jeremiah 4:22 again. All right. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are Sodom's children, and they have none understanding. And that's quite clear that our people don't have any understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. And that's what our people, they're doing evil, man. All right. speaking against the prophets, speaking against wholesome doctrine. All right. And as we see, they're waxing worse and worse, as the scriptures say. All right. So as we get closer to, I guess you could say, the finalization of this perpetual war between Esau and Jacob, you got a portion of a huge amount of Israelites who are just waxing worse and becoming worse. Okay. Why? Ultimately, because it wasn't given them the understanding for them to save themselves. All right. Because really they rejected the truth. And we can see that as clear as day. They're rejecting it. Matthew 13. And let me see, where should I start? And 10. Okay. Matthew 13:10, and the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, right? And these are Israelites that he's speaking parables to, all right, concerning the kingdom. All right. And this is what his disciples asked. Okay. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. All right. So we understand the mysteries of the kingdom. All right. Ultimately, right. We understand the prophecies and the things that are leading up to the kingdom. But what? The 2/3 they can't get it. All right. Verse 12, it says, For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, right, which a lot of you don't have, the Spirit, all right, from him shall be taken away even that he had. All right. So the Lord is taking the truth and the understanding away from Israelites. All right. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing, see not, and hearing, they hear not, neither do they understand. All right. And let me see. It says, and in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, all right, which said, By hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see and shall not perceive, for this people's heart is waxed gross, which means dark. All right. Okay. And it's like, at this point, you can't really even get mad at Jake. I mean, you can get mad. Of course, Jake pissed you off, you know, but understanding what, that the Lord has put them under a spell, as the scriptures say, he will choose their delusion. All right. You really can't be mad. It's the Lord's doing. All right. It says here, all right, to thicken. Right. So like they got a thick skull, you can't get to them. You can't get through to them, as they would say, i.e., by implication, to fatten, figuratively, stupefy, right, or render callous. So callous is like a buildup, right? So that's waxing gross. All right, because you're not gonna get through to them, okay? And we're talking about men that's supposed to be teachers, who's supposed to be showing the way of salvation. These men are lost, dumb dogs who cannot bark, as Isaiah goes into. All right. So that answered the question why most groups are not speaking about this, because they're blinded. All right. All right. And then let me see. Yeah. That pretty much concludes the lesson. Slocky. Give me a second to close out. Well, hey, Lord willing, this was edifying. Hopefully it said that it wasn't showing up here, or that I lost internet connection, but Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm gonna go back and check and see if this lesson went up. So until next time, I'm gonna say shalom.